Hello everyone, I just got back from a 3-week self-guided tour of Europe. It was a nice vacation away from the homestead, but it also felt a lot like the most intense high-stakes DIY project I've ever taken on. I lost my wallet to a pickpocket in Rome. I also hopped on a wrong train that cost me $300 extra for the ride. In this video, I'm breaking down everything. What went right, what went wrong, and why even with the mistakes, a DIY tour is still the best way to travel. Let's get into it. Now, my time in Iceland was all about the epic landscapes, and Berlin was mostly a family visit with some light touring. But I'll be totally amiss if I didn't include this DIY guy's mandatory pilgrimage to their equivalent to Home Depot on day one.
How I'm a DIY guy. The first stop I'm looking for is the equivalent of Home Depot. Well, this is a Mercedes-Benz building, it looks like. But behind here, according to Google Map, there's a store called I don't know how to pronounce it, a Bauhaus? It's the equivalent of Home Depot here. This is a country with such a history. Everywhere you go, you can see architecture. There's a story. There's history behind everything. It's a damaged church from World War II. I'm sure they reinforced the structure, but this is what it's like. Never a good idea to have a war. I don't know what happens. World War II never happened. What would happen to the world? I don't know, it's better, worse? German has I believe the biggest population in Europe. Over 800 million, almost 100 million population. Their land area, it's similar as Arizona, but their population is more than 10 times of Arizona population, so it's crowded. It sucks for them. In 2 wars they lost a lot of territory. World War I, they lost 15% of their land. They were trying to get it back. I mean, except the crazy guy led them down that stupid path. So they ended up lost the war and lost another 25% of the territory. So all combined, like what, 1/3 of their land. Well, that's how things go. Don't start a stupid war at Home Depot. This is their Home Depot. Looking for some sandpaper. Sandpaper, 120, 100, 240.
I need to add the final touches to those wagons I built for my granddaughters, and yes, I brought them with me. For me, finding the perfect caster wheel in a German hardware store is just as exciting as seeing a famous painting. It's all about the build. By the way, I'll do separate videos on how to build these wagons from scratch, including the full spec. So make sure you're subscribed and stay tuned for that.
It's another like Home Depot type of a store. I think they call it OB here. OBI. Yeah. I searched all online, everywhere, looking for those wheels. They're here in the store. Same here. I love these wheels.
Germans fiercely protect their children's privacy. There will be no videos of all my granddaughters playing the wagons on social media.
The wagon and the little push cart are finally all done and delivered, quote unquote. at Alexandra Plaza in the center of Berlin. We've ordered 2 Turkish pizza, I think they call it, with a bottle of water. It's 18 bucks total. I mean, euro. But that's cheaper than in the US. So Berlin is known for its variety of food choices. This is a perfect example. Berlin is not known for its cleanness. An international city. It's kind of an open city. It's vibrant, but same time a little bit chaotic.
Of course, no Berlin visit is complete without stopping by at the iconic Bundestag and Brandenburg Gate.
This is the cultural difference between America and I guess it's Europe. Yeah, over this historical place, there's only one kind of t-shirt. I don't even know what it says. But if you go to America, kids' soccer game, they will have their dedicated t-shirt. There's just a t-shirt everywhere. The other side. You know you're in East Berlin when you see the traffic sign. Looks like this. That's the East Berlin. So after reunification, they decide to keep it for its cuteness, I guess. You know, part of the history. I love that little design. So last time I came, I actually bought this shirt.
After leaving Berlin, I got my first surprise at the Venice airport.
Here in the airport, and this is what they call the bus. So they call it the water bus. No kidding. We're leaving the airport now. Whoa. Like I don't know how many years. The erosion. I guess you know you're in Italy. Everything is old. It's incredible. Wow, this is an entirely different world. Literally. A tourist guide. Young people rowed a boat. We're getting closer to the St. Marcos Square, I guess. Gazillion people here.
Quick tip, always book skip the line tickets directly from the official museum website. Third-party sites charge 3 or 4 times more for the same ticket. A real skip a line ticket should be around 20-30 euros, not 60.
Just look at this place. I'm making an assumption the Venice economy is 110% tourist economy.
We took a 10-minute ride by water bus to visit Murano, the glass-making capital of the world.
Oh, it's a horse. When you call 911, ambulance. I don't know if the police come this way, it has to. There's no other way, unless they go run across bridges. Yeah, this ambulance. This is how you get to the hospital. By the structure here. Look at this. It's crumbling. Sand. The concrete is crumbling. I don't know how old these buildings are. And I looked up online. These buildings, I thought it was probably just built like a, maybe 80 years ago, or maybe even 100 years ago. But based on my research, they are actually built like a 300, 400, even 500 years ago. This is not like an artificial made facade, make it look really old. It is old. It's the erosion, the saline moisture that eroded the foundation. Why don't they, renovate, make it look better? Well, actually, it is the city code. Any change you make to the surface, it has to be using the old style. So it always looks old. You have to get a permit to change anything, even inside the walls, anything. So that's why it looks authentic. Like the door that I have to use a lock to open from inside. That's a big no-no. Anywhere in the modern world, the code will not allow that. But that's what it is. Oh, a big rat. It's like like a little bunny.
From the canals of Venice, we went to Florence, the heart of the Renaissance. We saw the breathtaking work of Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael. And one of my biggest DIY fails, I had a whole day planned for the Da Vinci museums, but I had to skip them because my wife wasn't feeling well. And this is where the DIY pressure really started to hit. I was now juggling time-sensitive museum tickets, stressful train connections, and Airbnb check-ins. Trying to fit all this together was completely overwhelming. My secret weapon? I leaned heavily on AI to plan my daily itinerary. It wasn't always perfect, but it gave me a crucial framework to build on. It took the stress out of figuring out what to do, when, so I could just focus on getting there. And while we're on the topic of free tech that saves you money and stress, here's another tip I swear by. Download the Rick Steves Audio Europe app. It's completely free. He has audio tours for all the major museums and sites. Just remember to download the guides over Wi-Fi before you go. I found them even more entertaining and informative than the paid audio guides that you rent at the museum itself. As we moved from Florence to Rome, my luck ran out.
The minute I hop on the metro train, there's a pickpockets took my wallet. So I lost my everything, my credit card, my driver's license.
The one thing that saved me was my passport was not in my pocket.
Tired of taping this.
The real kicker, I knew about the pickpockets in Rome. I'd read all the warnings. I let my guard down for one moment, that's all it took. A completely preventable mistake. But Rome didn't disappoint me. The Colosseum, the Vatican Museum, it was all unreal.
Look at the scale and the spectacle. Look, just people are like a tiny ants over there. That's 2,000 years ago they built this. I don't know any society can sustain long term like this. It's just insane. Imagine you feel trapped inside this deep hallway underground. Must be terrifying. And the lion may jump out suddenly. So Raphael room.
Standing there surrounded by all this, it hits me. This was the absolute white-hot epic center of a revolution, the very heart of the Renaissance, and the energy of it all, the patronage, the competition, the sheer explosion of new ideas. It somehow felt familiar. It strangely reminded me of the dot-com boom or the AI rush we're living through today. It's the same breathless feeling of being at the front of something that's fundamentally changing the world. If only I had a crystal ball, I could tell where we, as a human species, are headed.
Look at this. This is incredible. many years? How many people does it take? We're seeking for answers since the dawn of humanity. I don't know if we're closer to what the truth is or it even exists.
After Rome, we headed for Milan. This is where I made the biggest mistake.
This is Milan. After a huge mistake that cost me 300 euros. We took an earlier train, didn't realize it's a different company. So the ticket costs like 200 euro, but then they charge you $100 because you're buying on a train. So the other ticket I paid 150 went to waste. The good news is that I got off the train and not got any thief picking anything from me yet. Making me really nervous here. This is a Milan metro. It's incredibly clean and modern. It's escalator, elevator. 10 times better than the Rome metro. Even bigger than the Florence one. Imagine the money they spent on this. I wonder if human society will ever do anything like this anymore. Probably not.
After Milan, we headed home. It's clear that the golden age of travel is behind us. Ever since 9/11 and then the pandemic, everything has changed. Prices have skyrocketed, but the experiences has been stripped down. You're now nickel and dime for everything that used to be standard. A seat, a suitcase, even a decent meal. I guess it is the new reality we all have to get used to. So the good news? The entire trip was proof that the DIY approach absolutely works. I used AI to craft the itinerary, and Airbnb saved me a ton of money over hotels. And honestly, every major mistake I made was self-inflicted and completely avoidable. The pickpocketing, the wrong train, all of it came down to a moment of letting my guard down or missing a detail. But that's the real lesson. With careful preparation and the right tools, a self-guided tour still beats a tour group hands down on price, and it offers unbeatable flexibility. You just have to be your own best project manager. Here's my final thought. Traveling through Italy, you can't help but constantly think about the Roman Empire. Its rise, its fall, and its staggering legacy. With all its flaws, you still have to hand it to them. They created one of the most splendid, enduring feats in human history, from senators to dictators, from the brutal machinery of expansion to the birth of Roman Catholic Church. Their story arcs from the ancient world through the Dark Ages and directly sparks the Renaissance and the Enlightenment. That legacy isn't just in history books. It's the literal foundation of the Western world. It's in the laws, the architecture, the languages, the very concept of the West. The Roman Empire fell, but its echo will truly last forever. Oh, and one quick piece of unsolicited DIY advice from a history fan. Don't ever get Roman Empire mixed up with the Holy Roman Empire. They're 1,000 years apart. Like Voltaire perfectly said, the Holy Roman Empire was neither holy, nor Roman, nor an empire. Thanks for traveling with me.
This is where you can do reverse bird watching. And you can see here, watch people. It's called people watching.